If you open Tools and Options, this will open a dialog box where you can set the way you want the software to work. Not all the functions will be covered in this video. Only the ones that are used most will be covered in this video. There are 8 tabs in this dialog box. In the General tab, you can set the level of undos. You can set as many as 100 levels of undo. The default is set at 20. If you wish to change the language, here is where you can choose your language. You can also change the measurement system in this tab. Note that when you change from one system to another, the symbols that you're going to see in tool options do not change, but the new number is calculated for you. So if I change this to metric and click OK, and then select an item, these measurements are in metric system. When the software is closed and then open, the symbols will then change. With the auto backup steps option, you can set how often your software is backed up. For example, the default is set to 5. The software is going to take a backup with every 5 changes you are making in your design. The default is 5, but the range is from 1 to 100. In the Tools tab, you can change how the selection icon works. This will be covered in a later video. The selection movement step changes how far an object will be moved each time you click on the arrow keys. The default is 1 millimeter. The Monitor tab is where you calibrate the software to your screen. The monitor width is measured across the screen in the visible area. There is an auto detect button that can be used if you don't wish to measure the screen, as well as some presets for generic screens and wide screens. Calibrating your screen will show a design that is actual size when the 100% icon is used. In the View tab, you can elect to view the icons in large or small size. Show text labels will show you the names of the icon when you rest your cursor on the icon, and it is good to have that activated when you are first learning the software. You can turn this off in Options. Useful areas always visible affects how cut work will be displayed. There'll be more of this in a later video. In the Colors and Sizes tab, you can change the colors of the display. These are all listed in the Display Item Colors boxes. You can choose a different color for light backgrounds or dark backgrounds. You can also change the size of these display items. So if you want the guidelines or the selection rectangle larger, you can change the default width. You can also change the size of the reshape nodes in this dialog box. To change one of these values, make the change and then select Apply and then OK. To restore the defaults, you can return to the tab and select Restore Default. In the Printing tab, you can change the default font of the printed template, as well as the size of the text and the DPI of the printout. And DPI is dots per inch. You can also change the company name that is printed on the template. The default is Bernina. In the palette order, you can select the brands of thread that appear in the Thread Wizard dialog box, and you'll see this when we work through the wizard. They are all checked by default. You can also change the order that they appear so that your favorite brand is always at the top. Thread brands are moved by clicking and dragging the brands to the desired position. In the 3D Properties tab, you can adjust the 3D preview of your design. You can choose between 3 preset buttons: Fast, Quality, and Safe. Fast will be less 3D quality, but faster program speed. Quality will mean better quality, but slower. And Safe will reduce compatibility problems with your graphic card. After making the changes in Options, just click OK to activate any of the changes you made.